Hey, aloha everybody. Welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 185 and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. So we have a very unusual show today, everybody. I'm going to be doing this video with Brittany, my good friend in Boston, right? Cambridge or Boston?
I'm actually right on the border right now. I'm standing right by the river.
She's right on the border. Anyway, so we are going to be doing an interview very, very long distance. So from the far east coast of the United States to the far west coast of the United States. We're attempting something unusual here, bridging the blogosphere through both through technology and through heart-to-heart communication. So hi, Brittany.
Hi, Rock.
Hey, thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, thank you. This is great.
It is fun. To the people watching, Brittany and I met virtually, and then we met in person at VloggerCon in San Francisco. And one of the things that we've both been exploring is this balance of privacy and personal life. And I know for myself, I used to be much more spill the beans kind of a person. Then I went through this very private period, and now here I am video blogging every day, talking about different aspects of my life. And I know you've been very, very open about your life, your feelings, your opinions. And what kind of feedback have you gotten about that?
Well, what I think is really interesting is that I don't actually talk about a lot of things. And I don't know if other people's lives are anything like mine, but there's so much that I don't talk about. And I'm always really amazed when people are like, oh, you're so open, because I am about
that's
that I really don't talk about.
That's a great point, because you're right. People do. They see me, in my case, 5 minutes every day. They think they know a lot about me, but yet it's a really very small slice of my life that they get to see. That's a really fantastic point to raise. And of course in 5 minutes it's hard to really, how do you condense 24 hours or 18 waking hours into 5 minutes? It doesn't really happen. It's a very selective process, I think.
Exactly. I mean, my frustration has been when I talk about, I don't know why I initially started video blogging. I mean, I guess I do, but that's probably a longer story. But my frustration is that I think that it's, in the end, a tool that we can really use for positive social change. And when I've tried to kind of bridge that myself, both taking little home movies, but also wanting to talk about issues, I get a lot of people who really sort of attack me. I'm reading an article right now and it's about how on the internet everyone sort of becomes an expert, and there's really no longer this space for people who actually know what they're talking about, because, and I'm not saying I'm necessarily one of those people, but it's funny how we all put so much out there now that you can decide like anything else, you can decide what you want to believe, you can decide who you like. And I've really gotten a lot of negative feedback about things that I do actually have, a slight bit of knowledge about. And that's been really hard for me because, in my videos, and even in real life, I seem very tough. I am really tough in a lot of ways, but I'm also much more sensitive than people think I am. So, recently I decided that I was going to take a break because it's a little too hard on me to be attacked this way,
Well, I think people who are at the vanguard and who are really open and strongly communicating their opinions are naturally vulnerable to that. And I would say the upside of that, though, is that, you're a much younger woman than I am, and you're figuring this stuff out so early in life of being really courageous about putting your opinion out there and not worrying too much about what people think, I think the number two, I talk about the number one and the number two. The number two tends to only remember the criticism. The number one gets to say, wow, I'm also getting great feedback, and you've got great search rankings from some of your very controversial posts that has really opened a lot of dialogue for people, gotten people thinking right or wrong, whether they agree with you or disagree with you. So, well, anyway, I really appreciate you for joining me today. I think
this is great. Yeah.
I really look forward to continuing this at a later date, and I love what I've learned from you. You know, for me, you're a role model. You're very courageous at the things that you put out there. So thank you so much, Brittany, for joining me.
Well, thank you. This is a much safer way for me to continue video blogging right now, to collaborate with other people, which I love. So thank you for having me on the show.
Excellent. My pleasure. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to Brittany's website. Why don't you tell us your website, Brittany?
I have two. I have Shooting Full Force, which is more just me doing whatever I do in life. And then I have Modern Feminist, which is a video blog and a blog, and it's where I try to deal specifically with women's issues, but really any issues that come up in feminist consciousness, whether they be, you know, race issues, issues of class. I mean, a lot of stuff that, you know, I feel like people can never do enough of. You know, we can always do more work. So
Great. Well, I'll put links to that in the show notes. And Beachwalks listeners, if you'd like to call us on the conch line and leave a message for me, Lexi Homer, which is Lexi, I meant to tell you, Lexi says hi to Homer, Brittany's cat. You can do so at Roxanne Darling via Skype, or you can call 949-544-1456. Hey, love you, Brittany. Take care. Have a great day there up in
thanks,
Boston.
Rox. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.